Hi, my name is Patrick, and I would like to demonstrate how to create a Terraform configuration which is capable of deploying an Azure Kubernetes cluster and an Azure Container Registry using GitHub Copilot. I hope you're curious about how this AI pair programmer is going to help me to get the Terraform configuration ready. All right, let's start from the scratch. I'm using, as you can see, Visual Studio Code as IDE. Of course, GitHub Copilot is compatible with several other IDEs. As a prerequisite, I need a GitHub Copilot extension, a GitHub Copilot subscription, Terraform, and an Azure subscription. So at first, I'm going to create a new file, which I will name aks -acr example.tf. Okay, let's get to the exciting part. I want to create a Terraform configuration, as mentioned, which allows me to deploy a Kubernetes cluster in the container registry on Azure. Without GitHub Copilot, I would, for example, now go through my already existing Terraform configurations to get the dedicated code snippets, or of course, I could also ask Google, but in that case, lucky me, I'm able now to use GitHub Copilot. I have in my mind that for a Terraform configuration, I need a Terraform block, a provider block, and all the dedicated resource blocks. In that case, for the Kubernetes cluster, the container registry, and the resource group. And of course, I have to provide GitHub Copilot some instructions. So therefore, I will start now and let GitHub Copilot know that I need at first a Terraform block by writing add a Terraform block, and I want to have it for Azure, therefore with the Azure RM provider. After clicking on enter, I will get the very first suggestion from GitHub Copilot, which you can see here in the great text. So that's the Terraform block. When I hover with the mouse over the great text, this GitHub Copilot palette appears. And as you can see, you can accept this suggestion by just clicking here on accept, of course, or by pressing the tab. If I'm not, when I'm not happy with this suggestion, then I can click on escape, then it will disappear. But in that case, I'm happy with that suggestion and I want to keep it, and I therefore press tab and I jump into a next line. So now I have the Terraform block. What would be next? I want to have the provider block. Therefore, I type add an Azure RM provider block. I again press enter to get the next suggestion, and that's fine. So the provider Azure RM. As next, I want to have a resource group. Therefore, I type add an Azure RM resource group. I want to provide it a name, named Patrick's RG. Press enter, and again, the next suggestion appears here. So the resource group named Patrick's RG. That's fine. I'm just not happy with the location. So as I live in Austria, East US is maybe not the best choice for that. Therefore, I reject it and I will do it in a more precise way. But it's not that much effort. I'll just add in West Europe. And I again press enter. And now East US is now replaced with West Europe. That's now fine for me. I will keep that and press tab. As next, I'm really curious about the Kubernetes cluster. Therefore, I type add an AKS cluster named Patrick's minus AKS. Let's give it 2 nodes in the default node pool with 2 nodes in the default node pool. And let's see what I get here. And yeah, that looks promising. And when I can hover over the great texts, I can see that I can get also an alternative suggestion here, which would be that. But I'm sure that this identity is quite important. Therefore, I want to keep that one. But I'm quite sure that this line could get me in some troubles. Also remove the second one, so line 29. And I think I don't also need that one. But yes, it now looks okay to me. So I get the Azure Kubernetes cluster named Patrick's minus AKS with the DNS prefix, the default node pool with the 2 nodes, and with the identity block here, and that seems fine to me. All right, so what's now missing? I want to have the Azure Container Registry, add an Azure Container Registry named, I want to name it Patrick's ACR. So let's see what I get here. That also seemed to be fine. So I get the name. And what's also important here, so the resource group here is already used here, that's fine. And just one little thing, I want to enable the Kubernetes cluster to pull images from the container registry. Therefore, I type enable the AKS to pull images from the ACR. And awesome, finally, I get the Azure RM role assignment here. I keep that, and that looks really promising. So as a conclusion, I have created with the help of GitHub Copilot a Terraform block, the provider block, the resource group, a Kubernetes cluster block, the container registry, and the role assignment. Therefore, let's try out whether that really works. So just to prove or to verify that I then created a Kubernetes cluster, so for our container registry. Awesome. I'm now going to type the dedicated Terraform commands. So at first, I will do the Terraform init. Right, that worked. Now it's getting exciting. So Terraform validate. some kind of quality gate here. Seems to be fine. And finally, Terraform apply. Okay, I want to add 4 resources. Yes, I'm going to confirm that. And let's see what's happening now. So the resource group is getting created and already completed. So as next, already the container registry is in creation. And also something happens with the Kubernetes cluster already. So I'm curious. So Kubernetes cluster is still creating, of course, but as I've seen, the registry should be ready. Yes, it is. So Patrick's ACR. And now it's time for the Kubernetes cluster. Still creating, but let's see whether we can already see the item here. No, definitely too early. So let's give him some time. But I didn't get an error so far, so this really looks promising. Let's again risk it. And awesome. I can see Patrick's AKS. It's of course not finished yet, but in general, it's still in progress, and I still didn't get any error. So I assume that works. And yeah, so as a conclusion, the GitHub Copilot helped me here to write this Terraform configuration by providing me suggestions. So I don't need to use for instance, a search engine, or I don't need my already existing Terraform templates to get the desired code snippets. So therefore, I really speeded up the creation of the Terraform configuration. Must say I really enjoy it to get the suggestions from the GitHub Copilot, and it's also great to compare them. So it's a really cool tool, and yeah, I'm looking forward to other sessions. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave me a like or a comment. Thanks, and see you next time.